Revolutionary greetings, our patriotic viewers. My name is Comrade Rosie, and I come to you again today on a very chilly morning. But what's imperative about this day is that we are at the home of our all-weather friends, the Chinese Embassy, where we're witnessing a very heartwarming occasion where the Chinese government, through the Hubei province, is making a donation of COVID-19 equipment to the province of Mashonaland West. Now you have to understand that the Hubei province in China and the Mashonaland West province here in Zimbabwe as twin sister provinces, as they all share one imperative quality, which is agricultural prowess and agricultural excellence.
Today we are here to hold a handover ceremony to donate the personal protective equipment. Those PPE come from Hebei province of China, sister province of Mashonaland West. The people of Hebei just want to show their support to the people of Mashonaland West during the fight against COVID-19. Today, at the ceremony, we have an Honorable State Minister for Mashonaland West, Ms. Mary Maliswa, and His Excellency, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Guo Shaochun. First, I would like to invite Ambassador Guo to say a few words.
Your Honorable State Minister Mary Maliswa, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Chinese Embassy. I'm glad to have you all here for the handover of medical supplies donated by China's Hebei province to Mashonaland West. Miles apart, but close at heart, with the help of Chinese and Zimbabwean colleagues, these PPEs behind me successfully arrived here after traveling miles from China to Zimbabwe. They are not only symbols of friendship between our two countries, but will also contribute to combat COVID-19. I would like to give my thanks to China's Hebei province for these medical supplies. As sister provinces, Hebei and Mashonaland West have cooperated and made achievements in many sectors such as agriculture, education, public health, and etc. over the past years. At such a difficult time, these timely supplies show how good friends they are. China will never forget friends, as great distance will never separate us. The Chinese government and business have been endeavoring to assist Zimbabwe to be better prepared to fight against COVID-19 since the virus was detected in this country. We are also very pleased that Zimbabwe is one of the 27 countries where China sent medical experts teams. From May 11th to May 25th, Chinese medical experts team has stayed in Zimbabwe for 2 weeks. During this period, the experts visited the frontline hospitals, held conference, and exchanged ideas with Zimbabwean officials as well as health workers. Especially, they traveled to Mashonaland West and paid visits to Chinoi COVID-19 Center and Kadoma COVID-19 Center, and share their knowledge and experience with the local medical staff. Before leaving Zimbabwe, the experts team completed a report, recommendations on COVID-19 prevention and control in Zimbabwe, and forwarded to the Zimbabwean government as a gift. Yesterday, the extraordinary China-Africa Summit on solidarity against the COVID-19 was successfully held. In his keynote speech, President Xi Jinping announced a series of important measures on supporting Africa's response to COVID-19 and enhancing China-Africa cooperation within the FOCA framework, particularly giving greater priority to cooperation on public health, economic reopening, and people's livelihood. Perhaps the COVID-19 is tough, but united we shall overcome. Facing such a challenge, we should stand together and join hands to fight together and protect the health and well-being of our people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. Now, I would like to give the floor to the Honorable State Minister Melissa Wang.
Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, the Chinese Ambassador to Zimbabwe, Sao Gong, the Councillor, and the rest of your team, the Provincial District Coordinator, PDC for Mashonaland West Province, Amai Cecilia Chitio, the Provincial Medical Director for Mashonaland West Province, Dr. Nyamayara and your team, members of the media here present, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say all protocol observed. On behalf of the government of Zimbabwe and Mashonaland West Province in particular, I hereby express my utmost gratitude to Hebei Province of the People's Republic of China for this generous donation. Our President, His Excellency Comrade Idi Mnangagwa, revived Zimbabwe's relationship with China at the inception of the Second Republic through the policy of re-engagement. President Idi Mnangagwa then coined the Zimbabwe is open for business mantra, and we as Mashonaland West Province have been following and supporting His Excellency's vision with our foreign twinned provinces. Hebei Province being one of them, and the other one is Gansu Province in China. Today we are here again to witness the testimony of the sound relationship between Mashonaland West Province and Hebei Province. This has been the norm since the establishment of a sister relationship between Hebei Province and Mashonaland West. Over the years, we have seen pragmatic cooperation being carried out in the fields of agriculture, health, animal husbandry, and education, which have achieved tangible results of cooperation between our two provinces. In Mashonaland West Province, we have so far recorded 21 positive cases, Your Excellency, and 1 unfortunate death. We are encouraged by this gesture and will certainly learn from your response to the pandemic going forward. Yes, the medical team from China did come to Mashonaland West Province, and they visited our provincial hospital and Kadoma hospital as well, and they shared a lot of knowledge on how to deal with the COVID-19, and really we really do appreciate this gesture which was done by the People's Republic of China. We are grateful that we are walking together through this difficult moment. Indeed, COVID-19 has actually brought us closer and deepened our relationship. The donation of the much needed PPE will go a long way in our fight against COVID-19 in Mashonaland West Province. With these short remarks, I accept this donation for and on behalf of Mashonaland West Province. I thank you. We thank God that Mashonaland West Province is one of those provinces which was, yes, we've had drought, but the good thing about it is there's some parts in our province that will receive some good rains, and we're expecting that there'll be good harvests as well. So yes, the drought is there, and obviously as Mashonaland West, we will be sharing what we have in harvest to the other provinces. And we just, we had partners, as you know, for the drought relief who have been playing their part as well. And we're thankful to them as well. And social services is still carrying on anyway with the drought relief to all the hard hit areas in our country. So, and in Mashonaland West as well. So, for Mashonaland West, yes, the drought was there, but we managed to get some good rains in other parts and we're getting a good harvest.
Are there any concerns from the farmers in your province over the produce price or the marketing of their crop?
I think now that, it's gone up, I've heard some good reports, which is something that I'm happy about. And we can see there's also, an upsurge of people who are going to deliver their grain, which means that people are happy with their price and the payment system as well. Within 48 hours, you should be getting your payments in the bank. And I've actually spoken to people and they have confirmed that this is what is happening. So I'm happy about that. And my farmers are not in the province, are happy. So Mashonaland West is in a happy place at the moment. Yes, there may be a few challenges of the fuel, but just recently, fortunately, all the petrol stations that are supplying fuel to the farmers have got some fuel. So even if you go to a petrol station, they're actually telling you, no, we've got fuel for farmers, which I think makes the farmer happy as well to know that, there's that service that is available for them.
In turning to COVID, what are your worst fears for Mashonaland West Province?
Deaths. You don't want any more deaths, Of course, we know, and as you know, His Excellency President Mnangagwa alluded to the issue of the winter season, and that was one of the fears that I think as Zimbabweans we all had, that, when winter comes in and, we're in this COVID era, what are we going to do? And we can see that the numbers have risen, yes. But the one thing that I am happy about, especially in Mashonaland West, is that all the people that are COVID positive are not serious cases. They're mild cases which a person can actually self-isolate at home. And what we are seeing as well, it's a lot of the returnees who are coming in. It's not locally transmitted. So we keep encouraging them that, yes, they may not enjoy the conditions of a quarantine center, but it has to be done. It has to be done, and we're meeting their basic needs. I'm sorry we cannot give you the a la carte, that they want. Because we are dealing with the basic needs, knowing that these are our people, these are Zimbabweans. There's no way you can chase them, out of the country. So they have to be also sensitive in knowing that it's not just me alone, but I've got, my fellow Zimbabweans as well, who have got to be catered for. So they've got somewhere to sleep, they've got their blankets, they've got their 3 meals a day. Even if you come in without any soap, without toothpaste, toothbrush, they're being given that, and slippers as well. So I think government is gone, really, at lengths to make sure that at least they have the basics, which you and I sometimes don't even have at home. But they're actually living pretty. So I think sometimes they're enjoying the benefits that they're getting at the quarantine centers, and they're pushing, maybe to have the 5-star sort of treatment. But quarantine is not prison. Quarantine is not prison. It's a place where you stop, you get tested, make sure that you get your clearance, and you go home. That is the end game.
Yeah. There are a bit of some concerns. The lockdown has been too long, and some people are beginning to feel the effects. How hard is Mashonaland West hit by the COVID lockdown? I know it's generally a farming place and activities have been going on, but there are some who have been affected.
Well, we can say most of the people who've been affected are probably the informal traders, which is, I think, countrywide. And for us to say the COVID lockdown has gone on for too long, I mean, who are we as Zimbabwe to complain? Some countries have gone on for 3 months, and, you know, we're just a baby, you know, in that. But the good thing that we have seen is that His Excellency, President Mnangagwa, has, you know, sort of opened up the commerce and industry side of things with, you know, obviously the precautions that we have to take of our PPE, sanitizing, social distancing, you know, he's done that. And opening that side of the industry and commerce, it shows that, you know what, although you were not going to work, but now you can go to work, provided you have the correct PPE. So people are going to work. The informal traders now, we're encouraging them to come and register to be formal, so that everything, you know, is done above board and transparent. So we're seeing we're encouraging them, we're asking them to come in and get all the help they can get, you know, in order for them to register and to be formal. Wherever they're having challenges, you know, the SMEs are coming in, the Ministry of SMEs is coming in and helping them, you know, because sometimes it was just as little as not having enough money to register, and they're coming in, you know, to mitigate that challenge, and then they get registered and then they can go back to work. So it's about whether you want to be registered or not, and which is a choice that only you can make. I can't make that choice for you, but the services are there to make sure that you are helped and you get the necessary you know, help to be able to go back to work when you're fully registered. And we then now know that this is trader so-and-so at store number this and that. They're paying their, you know, their taxes. They're doing everything that is supposed to be doing above board.
As you highlighted that there's been pragmatic and rather long-standing relationship between Hebei province and Mashonaland West province, and that relationship transcends to agricultural and other sectors. I know that this occasion is about COVID-19, but I wanted to know that has there been any initiatives and cooperation in that regard pertaining to the agricultural sector?
Yes, they have shown interest, and they've actually had some of our farmers who have gone there, you know, to get some knowledge and training. And they've also got their people from Hebei that also come in. They've always got a fair that they have, you know, a show, which they have every year, and we get invited to that, where we also go and share, you know, what we have here. We go with people from our province, and then we go there and we share the best practices for all the things that we'll be doing, because you do know that like Hebei is really into agriculture and animal husbandry. So those are the things that we share with them. And for you to see that, you know, this is a relationship which has been going on, you know, they actually extended their hand out and said, look, we're going to give you a donation for the COVID-19, you know, because, you know, we're twin, and your problems are our problems. So we're going to help with the PPEs that we've seen, which came today. And, you know, we're really grateful for that. And obviously after the COVID-19, we hope that, you know, we carry on, you know, with all the, you know, activities that we're doing between Hebei and Mashonaland West Province.
Okay, thank you. Now that Mashonaland West, you highlighted, it's known that it's an agricultural province. We are hit already by the drought season, and now there is COVID-19. Has there been any areas deeply affected by these two issues?
The good thing about the agricultural side of things is that it's an essential service, so it has been going on. So we still got our wheat planting going on until the end of June, so that is still on course. So the side of the agricultural side has not been hard hit. What we're actually thankful and happy about is that the price of maize has gone up to GMB, which is something which has encouraged the farmers to take their, you know, their grain to GMB, because the payments as well are really being speedily, you know, done. So which is something that is good for the farmers, and we're happy as a province. COVID-19 The farmers are doing all they can to make sure that their workers have got the PPEs and making sure that, you know, they're practicing the social distancing and all that we've been asked to adhere to by Ministry of Health.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We just witnessed here, you know, a handing over ceremony, and we saw it ourselves that the Chinese people have donated medical supplies to the Mashonaland West Province. Now you need to understand that the Chinese people have always been our all-weather friends through the pre-colonial era, even during the colonial era, they stood with us in fighting the settler regimes. And even now, during this COVID-19 fight, the Chinese people have stood with us in various means. Fellow patriotic viewers, thank you for watching. Until we meet again, from me, Comrade Rosie, and the crew behind the scenes, it's goodbye for now.